Welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Britney Spears and Sam Asghari. There's rumors that they're headed to a divorce, so I'm going to be seeing like what's up. Let me actually pick up Britney Spears energy. What can I see as far as like Britney Spears vibe? And I'm going to be asking like different questions and seeing what's up. But what's going on with Britney Spears? What can we see? What's going on with her energy? All right, she's not content. Not just that, she's comparing her lifestyle to other people, and it's telling me younger people. That's just what I'm getting with this comparison. So it's kind of just like, let me just say that this reading is all alleged. I'll just say that because it's YouTube, even though the energies are true. Also, this is all intuitive. I could tell this is going to be a very intuitive reading. What this comparison is showing me is that it has to do with her comparing herself to younger individuals. There's an energy of not being content with life. That's what I'm getting. Not being content with life, wanting more. Not just that. Her feeling like life is passing her by. So this is deep. She feels like life is passing her by. Not just that, it has her in her head as well with this slowing down. You guys know what I say. Each slot represents an energy, right? This represents the past. This represents sort of like what you're currently going through. This represents your dreams and what you're trying to build. And this represents your future. So it's kind of just like she's been doing a lot of comparing. Not just that, she's not content with life again. Not just that, it's kind of just like intuitively, like her spirit guides are telling her like you just need to slow down. It's something to do with aging that she's not content about. That's just what I'm getting. But she will be coming into harmony in the future. So let me actually see, like, what is she not in harmony with? Because it's showing me she's going to be coming into harmony as far as like the future. So what's going on with this harmony? What is she going to be coming into harmony regarding? So let's see what pops up. There's boundaries, restrictions. There's a lot going on with this vibe. I'm getting boundaries and restrictions. That's one of the things that she's going to be coming into harmony with. Not just that. What did I tell you? That she's not content with life. And you see how the Four of Cups is here? The Four of Cups represent not being content. So you see this, right? It's not me just making it up. I'm shuffling, the cards are coming out. It's like she's not content with life. She's dealing with restrictions, burden. And it has to do with the beliefs of her husband. That's just what I'm seeing. Like his beliefs as far as like what he feels like a marriage should be. And I know that he's been publicly like supporting her as far as like her taking nude pictures, I guess. But the vibe that I'm seeing here is that that's been an issue. That's been an issue. The whole nudity situation, it's basically pornography. It's a lot of things going on as far as exploitation, as far as like throwing things in her face. This is a toxic vibe. It's a lot of toxic things going on is what I'm seeing. And it's funny that these cards fell on this slot. And I was telling you not being content. It's kind of just like comparing herself to younger people, trying to do the most, and again, not being content. There is a energy of being spoiled. The Nine of Pentacles can represent someone being spoiled. So at the same time, it's kind of just like she's just in a bratty mood. I'm just getting a bratty mood. Not just that, she wants some attention with the Star. She wants to spice up her life. Moving forward, though, because I asked, like, what is this harmony about? She's going to be coming into harmony regarding this as far as, like, the toxic relationship, as far as her not being content, as far as her being spoiled, and as far as her wanting attention. But it's an energy of kind of just, like, I don't know, she just wants more. She wants more with her life. She's not happy with, like, where her life is headed. She has an issue with aging. Not just that, she wants to be younger, and she wants to just, like, spice up her life. I mean, it's not reasonable. I'm going to be real. Like, it's kind of like this whole divorce or this separation, it's a cry out for attention. Not just that. It's kind of just like, again, just wanting to spice up your life. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Like, it's just like She's trying to spice things up because it's boring to her. I mean, that's not necessarily like a good reason to like get a divorce. And I know like it was showing that like the marriage is kind of toxic. Excuse me. But at the same time, it's kind of just like, I don't know. It's something immature about this vibe. Let me actually pick out his energy. What can we see regarding his energy? What's going on with this Sam Asghari? What can we see regarding this Sam Asghari? He wants to create. He wants to create. At the same time, though, he's broken down because of all of this negativity with the whole Britney Spears situation. It's kind of just like, and this is just the vibe that I'm getting. I'm not trying to offend any vibes. You guys know I'd be legit with like what I say. Sometimes it's just offensive because it's honest. Being around someone that's so high energy as Britney Spears and kind of like a little deranged, it has him confused. I'm seeing a lot of confused energy, especially with this understanding. He's trying to understand things. He's kind of just like, I've been working. He's been crafting something in his life. I don't know what he's working on, but he's been doing something. It's kind of just like, he's like, I've been working. This came out of nowhere. Not just that, he's kind of just like tired. Like he can't even think straight because it's kind of just like 1 minute things are fine, then the next minute things are crazy. Not just that, I'm getting a vibe of gaslighting with this playful energy. It's almost like smoke and mirrors. It's kind of like there's been major things going on with this relationship, but it's been a lot of gaslighting. Like, oh, I'm just playing. And this goes for like both of them. It's kind of like, and this is actually, I've recently did the reading for, what reading was it for? Oh, damn, I can't believe I forgot. I gotta get it now. My apology, this is my ADHD. Oh, Kiki Palmer and her baby daddy and all that, and Usher. And like the energy was like different. With this vibe, it has me exhausted. Like, you see this, right? It's like, sitting down to do this reading, it took all my energy away. And it's kind of just like, you know how like stars burn hard and fast and shit like that, and when they burn out like really hard. It's that situation. It's kind of just like everything's been so high energy, now there's a burnout. You know, and I know that this is in the future slot, but I'm not getting like, oh, he's going to be coming into playful energy. This is a vibe of gaslighting. It's just telling me that there's been gaslighting. There will be gaslighting moving on towards the future. What else can I see regarding this situation? Then I'm going to be asking, like, have any of them been cheating and all of that? But let's just see. What can we see? What else can we see? All right. This is his emotion, these two cards, because they represent sort of like his emotion because they're face down. So let's see what's up. The imps are wands. They're sort of like an adversary sort of just like energy, adversarial energy with the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands represent kind of just like you having to fight for what you believe in. And that's what I'm seeing. It's kind of just like, again, he's been creating. He hasn't just been on his ass. Like, I know in the previous readings it showed that he was just, like, partying and all of that. And I told you, like, his guys were just, like, basically you gotta snap out of that and start doing some shit. So I'm seeing that he's been listening to his guys as far as creating. He knew that this wasn't going to last long. But at the same time, he feels like he's dealing with oppression. The Seven of Wands represents oppression. Again, having to fight for what you believe in. It's almost like a toxic energy of like, she's not happy with her life, but he's almost happy with his. Like he's getting into work or whatever he's trying to create and do, and he's happy. And it almost makes her bitter, and it makes her act out. And you see this Queen of Cups. So it's kind of, the ghosts are cups, and it's on top of the understanding. So it's kind of just like, she's been causing some disturbances. I'm going to be real. She's been causing some disturbances. And he's just trying to understand what's up. He's kind of just like, I've been out of your way. I haven't been imposing anything on you. Like, I'm getting like they've been having so many conversations and arguments about different things as far as expectations and what marriage should be. That's kind of just like he shut down and he just been focusing on work. Meanwhile, it's kind of just like she has some sort of agitation regarding him being content. What else can we see? This is like one of those situations of kind of just like dealing with a hater. I'm gonna be real. Britney Spears, she's just in her hater vibe at this moment in time. You know, and I don't have a horse in this race. I'm not advocating for either or. It's just what I get. The Wheel of Fortune is going to be in his favor, though. The Wheel of Fortune is definitely going to be in his favor. Even if they divorce, even if there's a prenup, whatever, he's entitled to some shit. I've been said this, like in previous readings, so he's going to be all right. So this is actually a very good sign as far as like him moving towards the future with this playful energy and this Wheel of Fortune. Because it's like, yeah, he's dealing with gaslighting, but he's going to be okay. And this High Priestess, he knows a lot of secrets. He knows a lot of dirt, and he knows a lot of secrets. The High Priestess is a keeper of secrets. Their lifestyle, what they've been into, is really toxic. And it's almost just like she's going to have to pay to keep him quiet because he knows things. He knows how the machinery work of her life and of just like her businesses. It's telling me businesses. I know she's a singer, but it's just telling me businesses. He knows the ins and outs of that. Not just that. 9 represents sort of just like a wisdom. It's the energy of Sagittarius. It represents wisdom. And look, that's interesting that the High Priestess is on top of it. He knows some things. And he's going to be paid out. So, I mean, he's going to be straight. But I'm going to be real. This whole thing, this whole like separation, I'm going to be seeing if it's a separation. Obviously there's problems, right? People have been saying like there's been problems for a long time actually, as far as like them having issues at like a restaurant and all sorts of little different things. So I mean, this isn't anything new, but I'm just seeing that like this recent situation of a separation, it comes from being jealous. There's an energy of like hating, of kind of just like, oh, you're happy, you're content. Sort of just like you're working, you doing what you want to do. Well, I'm not happy. So since I'm not happy, you don't need to be happy. Like, it's really toxic. Let me actually see, like, who's the cause of this breakup? Let's see. Who's the cause for this breakup? What can we see? Oh, it's Britney. It's definitely Britney. You see all the females in this situation. It's almost like he's in the middle. And again, it has to do with her wanting a different type of energy. The Page of Wands is a sexual energy, but honestly, that's all the Page of Wands can really provide. The Page of Wands can't provide you with emotional support. The Page of Wands can't provide you with money, right? And it just is what it is, right? It's kind of just like people come to me like for readings and shit, and it's kind of just like, oh, like, what do you think of this guy? And other cards pop out, obviously, but this isn't always the best indicator, because I'm just like, okay, well, the sex is going to be good, right? Because that's just what I'm seeing here. You know, I don't know anything of this guy, but it's telling me that the sex is really good. Like, he knows what he's doing. She's satisfied with the size of his penis and all of that, but it's kind of just like that's all that he can provide for her. It's no other stability. Not just that wanting to switch up your fortune. So, I mean, it's just repeating the same energy. There's been a lot of fightings as well. A lot of fighting. Not just that, there's an energy almost of self-harm. This actually looks like Ariana Grande, like the new version of Ariana Grande, like with the blonde hair and shit. This is how she be looking, like she's in distress and in pain. Even though this one has like black hair, but it's like arguments, fighting. And again, I'm getting self-harm because I'm getting like, yeah, before he wasn't contributing to like, I don't know, like it's complicated. And you guys know, I'm usually not in a loss for words as far as my readings or anything like that. But this energy, I don't know if you hear my tone, it's really taxing. Like it's really tired. And it's almost kind of just like, yeah, this guy isn't a saint, but he hasn't been causing any problems as of recent. It's kind of just like, and this is just what I'm getting. And this, like, if the language is harsh, It's just what I'm getting. I'm not trying to offend anyone again, but she's just like, let me do my own fucking thing. That's what I keep hearing. She's like, let me do my own fucking thing. Let me do my own fucking thing. What the fuck do you want from me? Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. She's just like, what the fuck more do you want from me? That's actually what she told him. And it's kind of just like, okay, fine. And it wasn't even on no bitter situation of him being like, okay, well, I'm not going to interact with you anymore. Like, I'm just pissed off and I'm just going to make my own money and do my own thing. It's not even like that. It's kind of just like, he's like, okay, I know, like, she be on one. I know she's on medication. I know she has issues. So I'm going to just let her be. When she wants to have sex, I'm there. I'm available. But it's kind of just like, again, she wants more. And the High Priestess... Again, the High Priestess represents the keeper of secrets. It can also represent spirit work and all of that. But it's an energy of like, this High Priestess is telling me her feeling just broken down. Feeling like just an old, bitter lady. Like just staring at him. Like while he's doing his thing. Like he has all this youth. And I'm not saying he's really young. Because he looks like he's around 38 or something. So obviously... Like, he's not young like that, at least not how he looks. But this is just what I'm seeing. Like, he has all this young energy, and she's just basically an old-ass lady being upset, being bitter. Not just that, keeping tabs as to why she's upset. So it's kind of just like, well, I don't like when you come home from the gym, like, smelling musty. And so it's kind of just like, okay, then fine, I'm going to shower at the gym. And then it's kind of just like, okay, well, I don't like when you come home and you're freshly showered. Were you sleeping with another female? Are you trying to like hide secrets? It's like that sort of energy. It's very toxic and stupid. I'm going to be seeing like who's been cheating, but let's see what this deck shows. What else can we see as far as this relationship? And what did I tell you, right? And you see, and I have to say this because, like, you know, people don't be giving me my props. And, I mean, you don't have to, right? But I'm going to say it for myself. I'm going to advocate for myself because there's a lot of readers that just be on some bullshit and they can't necessarily verify anything they're saying with the cards, right? My shit be coming true. Not just that, the cards be showing it. And when I tell you that, she was just like, give me space. This time apart. And then I tell you too that it's kind of just like almost like an immature energy. See with this immaturity? It's like being defensive. Like, see the defensive? It's almost just like, and remember how I was telling you that like she looks at this guy and she's like upset that he's like youthful? You see this guy, right? Like playing his little video game and how she's looking. It's kind of just like an energy of like, and this actually doesn't look as harsh as the energy is telling me. This kind of looks actually normal. Like she's just looking at him like, oh, okay, this guy's playing video games. But the vibe that I'm getting is like, Britney looks at this guy in agitation. It's kind of just like she's not, when people aren't content with themselves, they look for reasons to kind of like bitch and shit like that. That's what I'm seeing. It's kind of just like he's having fun and she's just like on the sideline being upset. The fireworks is there. And what did I tell you? It's kind of just like repeating the same thing as far as like the Page of Wands that came out. I believe it was in this exact position. So it's kind of just like the sex, the fireworks is there. The fireworks can represent fun, excitement, celebration, passion. And it's telling me like the sex, again, the sex is good. So it's kind of like, that's why it's confusing because she's like, give me my space, like don't talk to me. And it's just like, he's like, okay. But it's almost an energy of like entitlement of, okay, have sex with me now. And I know it sounds stupid, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting. And that's like her vibe. She's kind of just like, okay, give me space. I don't want to talk to you, whatever. And she's like mean to him. And then she's like, okay, I'm ready to hook up now. And then he's just like, okay, fine. Let me do my job. It's that sort of energy. And this is in the position of the past. Again, remember, past, present, what you're trying to build, your dreams, all of that, and future. And this also kind of just like how you're operating as well in the current. It's kind of just like in the past, this situation had to do with abundance, wanting transformation. It's like, and it kind of brings me back to a reading that I did for Britney Spears, where I told you kind of just like, brings me back to where I was saying that like, she always wants some sort of excitement. Like this relationship with her dude, it had to do with excitement. Kind of like, oh, okay, it makes me feel good for the moment. even though it was kind of just like, it wasn't a situation that made sense logically as far as like her money and just everything, but it's kind of just like whatever she desires in the moment, that's just what she wants. Again, an energy of immaturity. It was for abundance for him. You see this, right? It was because of abundance for him and growth for her. What else can we see with these energies? It's fascinating for me. It's kind of just like she just wanted something different. And for him, there are secrets. And it's funny that the secrets fell on top of the passion. That's actually really interesting to me. Not just that. Didn't I tell you that it was toxic that she looks at him like basically being defensive, being toxic, being mean? And look what fell on top of that. The vampire, low vibration. And again, if you're a fan, I'm sorry for just calling it how it is, you know? Like, if someone's innocent, they're innocent. Like, when I did that reading for, what's that Gigi Hadid ex-boyfriend, Zayn Malik? I did a reading for Zayn Malik, and it was really good as far as his energies. It was really positive, right? If the energies are positive, it is what it is. It's not positive. It's dark. This, I'm going to be real with this. I know it speaks of, like, religion and all of that. I'm going to be real. This is my bullshit card. I mean, I'm not trying to offend any Christians or anything like that. It was bullshit. This relationship started because of bullshit. Not just that, there are secrets regarding this passion. This is telling me that there's energies of cheating. I'm going to be real. There's energies of cheating. There's a lot of secrets regarding this situation. So yeah, there's passion, but this secret, this lock and key, fell on top of the passion. So there's passion going to other people. I'm going to be seeing like who's been cheating and all of that. But it is what it is. And you see with this rebel, this strong-willed, and it fell on top of the give me space. It's an energy of kind of just like, just trying to be the opposition. Again, when people try to rebel, it's because of insecurity. When you're on your shit, right? When you're on your game, you're living your best life, you're doing you don't have no reason to rebel. What are you rebelling from? When you rebel, it's only because you don't have any power. That's why children and teens tend to rebel, because it's like they don't have power. They want sort of like independence. You know what I mean? They want to make it known that they can make their own decisions. They try to like put up a whole front and fight. Like, it's nonsense when it's coming from an old ass lady. And no, I don't have any issues with old people. I'm getting up there myself. I'm 31. I'm going to be an old ass person in like 9 more years and shit. So it just is what it is, right? But what I'm seeing here is kind of just like this chick. She's an old ass lady. She's rebelling. She just wants to start some shit. She's in a low vibrational state. Not just that. This relationship, this marriage started because of bullshit. Not just that. There's cheating. So I'm not going to even beat around the bush. But let's see. What can we see with this cheating? Who's cheating? What can we see about this cheating? What can we see regarding this cheating? Actually, I'm drawn to choose from this deck, so I'm going to choose from this deck. Who's been cheating? What can be shown to us? Or what's going on with this cheating? What can we see? Alright. Oh, wow. There's a lot of things going on here. This is confirmation that there is definite cheating. It's also karmic with the Hierophant being here. It's the same like the Kiki Palmer reading. I know the Hierophant represents different things as far as like your beliefs and values and all of that. But it's telling me there's karmic situations going on here. Not just that, death. And death is in the current slot. So it's kind of like there are some toxic things going on. And I see Saturn here. There's some toxic, very toxic things going on. Not just that, the Tower. And this is more of Britney Spears' energy is what I'm seeing. Just wanting to shake things up. Wanting devastation. The Tower represents a shakeup, devastation. This is in a position of dreaming, desires. And I don't always bring up each slot because sometimes it's not relevant to the energies. Not just that, there's multiple meanings to the slots. But again, I'm not a teacher here teaching tarot, so I'm not going to teach you guys my methods. If I want to create a class, I'm going to do that, I guess, in the future. But at this moment in time, I'm not doing that. So it's kind of just like her wanting devastation. Not just that, the Knight of Swords, the bats are swords. There's a recklessness to this. It's a recklessness to this. This cheating, this shit. It's telling me Britney Spears is the one cheating. I'm going to be real. I don't know if this guy's cheating yet, but it's showing me that this lady, she's been getting into some shit. What else can we see? Thus far, she's the one cheating. That's just the vibe that I get. What else can we see regarding this situation? All right. This Sam Asghari, he actually wants it to work. Whether if it's good or not, I'm not going to even ask, like, whether his intentions are good or not. But I'm just seeing that he wants it to work with this Page of Cups. It's like, yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot to offer, but he's really serious. It's kind of just like, in the past, he was putting out a little work. It's kind of just like, okay, like, I'm gonna rub your legs, and that means I'm doing something. Like, I'm here, so that means I love you. And it's kind of just like, presently, he's really trying to fight for this situation. Presently, he's really trying to fight for this situation with this King of Cups. But this Three of Cups, Britney, she just wants to celebrate the destruction of this marriage, the destruction of this home. And it's interesting that these females are on top of the tower, and this is Britney's vibe. It's kind of just like she wants to toast, she wants to celebrate destruction. She loves death and rebirth. I don't know if she's a Scorpio or what. And sometimes that's cliche because not all Scorpios are like that. You know what I mean? Some people like to read zodiac energy like that, but there's multiple factors at play. What I'm seeing with this situation is she just likes destruction, rebirth. That's been a lot of her life. Restrictions, destruction, death, rebirth. That's been the story of her life. And that's something that she's actually dealing with. What I'm seeing here is that they're going to try to make it work. They're going to try to make it work. So I know that people are saying that there's a separation and all that. They're going to try to make it work. Let's actually see what's going to be the outcome of this whole marriage. And I'm going to leave it here. What's going to be the outcome of this situation with Britney Spears and this Sam Asghari, because it's showing me that they're going to try to make it work, and it's because of him. All right, this is actually interesting. This card fell out sideways, and it fell on top of the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles represent legacy. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just be skipping over the energies without even saying what the card is. The Ten of Pentacles represent legacy, family, shit like that. There's been a situation with getting pregnant, and it's fascinating because I don't know if she has a kid with this Sam Asghari guy, but there's been fertility issues. There's been different blame games going on. I'm seeing a miscarriage. There's a lot going on regarding the home, regarding this legacy. And it's funny that this card fell on top of the legacy, and it fell on it sideways. So it's showing me it's kind of just like this Eight of Pentacles. That you see, yeah, they're naked and shit like that. They've been trying. They've been trying to have kids, but there's been an issue. Her body is just too damn old. Maybe science, modern medicine can make something happen, but she's just too damn old, and she's worn out. Not just that. Her body's been really medicated. So that doesn't help. So what I'm seeing off the bat is this whole situation is frustrating for her because she wants children. Not just that, he wanted children. Obviously, he wanted to cement this relationship. And again, I don't know if they have kids. My bad. I don't Google these people. I just be doing the readings. So it's showing me that even if they do have a kid, then they want more kids because it's kind of just like that's been an issue, the fertility situation. What else can we see? So that's a big deal as far as this relationship. That's been a huge factor. Not just that, this guy wants to start his own family. So it's kind of just like, yeah, he wants to stick around and make it work. But at the same time, he wants a future. There's something to do with work as well. And it's funny that the Queen of Pentacles fell on top of the King of Cups. There's a distance. You know how, like, career women, the cliche is, because I'm not trying to, like, say everyone's like that. This is just the energy that I'm getting. It's kind of like when a career woman pulls away. That's what I'm seeing. It's kind of just like, okay, now he's ready to go all out. You see with this King of Cups, he's ready to go all out regarding this love, regarding this situation. But now it's like she's focused on her money. Not just that, she's not happy with her career. She's really serious about her career and her investments. She's kind of just like, I'm not getting pregnant with you. And it's an energy of, like, mental delusion, right? Because she's kind of just like blaming him for everything. She's like, I'm not getting pregnant with you. So that means that things need to switch up. You're not the one. When it's kind of just like, maybe she needs to ask, like, what's going on with her body. I don't know if she's menopause now. It looks like she would be. But the Seven of Pentacles is all about investment. So she's kind of just like, she's invested in this separation. She's invested in this tower. Yeah, he wants to make it work, but she's invested in this tower. She's invested in celebrating this tower situation. That's what she wants. She's invested in this ending. So it's like, yeah, they're going to try to make it work, but she's ready to call it quits. And it's actually interesting, at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. So it's kind of just like she's ready to put an end to this situation. She's over it. And it's telling me that he actually wants a family of his own. He wants a family with someone that's around his age. He just got into this because of the money. I'm going to be real. And it's kind of just like the same thing. It's almost mirroring, in a way, the Keke Palmer situation, as far as kind of just like the guy getting into a relationship with her, as far as like having a kid and all that because of money reasons and security. And now, like, she's not really like tripping like that. She's disrespecting him. And now it's kind of just like, oh, you know, come back. Like, here go a love offer. It's that sort of situation. Like, it don't make sense, but this is just human nature. I say this because sometimes people want things to be black and white. Like, oh, like, you know, this means that he just loved her and he always loved her. It's none of that. It's kind of just like wanting what you can't have. It's kind of just like, okay, now she's distant. Now she doesn't want anything. And now he's kind of just like serious about it. But for her, she's like, she put a cap to all that. She's kind of just like, no, I'm capping this with my career. I'm worried about my career and my investments. Not just that, she's kind of just like, we've been trying, we haven't had any kids. It's a lot going on. Not just that, she wants to put a rest to this situation. Long-winded as it was, if you made it this far, definitely press the thumbs up button. This was a lot of work getting into Britney Spears' crazy ass energy. No offense to people that are crazy, but it is what it is. Take care, people.